Do they think that we're 7 years old? Because like was there? So they didn't have terrorism until Bitcoin came out. So until crypto came out, there was no terrorism, guys. They just didn't. They had no way of funding it. Like this is just insanity. So they just must. They know they're lying, dude. They know they're lying. They just
Well, it's all a game. But here's the thing:
yeah.
if we make enough noise and we as a people come together to really show our politicians, hey, we care about these issues. This is our money. This is our livelihood. This is our movement. We can affect change because we become so loud they can't ignore it. And making friends in high places is really the way to do that as well. I'm all about grassroots. I was a grassroots activist for a long time. But sometimes you gotta play the game to really make the people listen to you. I actually I met one of the fund managers of a super PAC, one of the largest super PACs that got Trump elected while I was there, and he's very interested in crypto and how they can leverage crypto for more fundraising opportunities and also to create revenue for the state as well.
Well, yeah, it's an experiment that's never happened for, money that is actually disconnected from the state. And you brought up a good point. It's funny. A lot of these politicians hate crypto. Wait till they find out how easy it's going to be to fundraise using crypto. Oh, they're going to absolutely love it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, I believe a couple of them are already taking Bitcoin for their campaigns.
Ron DeSantis announced it as we were standing there that they launched their campaign portal for crypto donations. So we love to see the support from DeSantis. I encourage everyone to consider contributing to his campaign. You may not like the guy, but hey, show that we're here, show that we're going to use, they didn't just build this for nothing. Show that, we care about this issue. I really want to stress the fact that like these politicians know this is coming. It's just a matter of reacting to it and hearing from industry leaders. And it doesn't help when you have people like SBF, who was like the second largest contributor to the Biden campaign, who was intentionally trying to stop the growth of the free market here in the Web3 industry because they were on top. Again, it doesn't help when you have people like BitBoy Crypto making a fool of himself on social media, and that's the first thing you see when you Google crypto. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we need to be doing here. Like, sure, it's fun to troll on Twitter, but like this will ruin the industry if we keep doing it. And I'm so tired of it.
Well, the idea that, you have to flush the Sam Bankman-Frieds out in order for the bull to continue. And, a lot like my mom, for example, she calls SBF the Bitcoin guy. So, and I'll say this, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm no party. I've disconnected from their system, from their matrix. But I'll say this about Ron DeSantis, man. I live in Louisiana, so obviously we deal with hurricanes just like y'all do in Florida. And I was on the ground in Florida's last hurricane, so I watched y'all's hurricane recovery, and it was impressive, man. There was no looting. There was essentially no crime. The power came back on. You had gas. And, those are the issues that we struggle with here in Louisiana in storm recovery. So, shout out to Florida. I think, Florida really should be. I think all these states should be looking at Florida because people vote with their feet, dude. I mean, we're seeing you're seeing an influx of people probably in your town right now, so
oh my God, dude. I'll say this about Florida. We are a model for other states. You look at states like California that are ridden with crime, that are basically unlivable for the average person making the average wage. You look at, sure, we have our problems, rising costs. Inflation is hitting us harder than anywhere else. Like Florida has a lot of problems. Sure. I'm not arguing that, but I'll say one thing: this state pulls together. This state is ready to go. And when there's a crisis situation, we all pitch in. Everyone knows the hurricane season. As Floridians, we stick together. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's go back to, I want to talk about probably a good friend of yours, Gary Gensler over at the SEC. And, it's like, I don't even know like what planet I'm on sometimes. So did you see his tweet about Bitcoin on Halloween? I'm like, who is this guy? Like what?
I was traveling. You got to put me on.
Yeah. So let me pull it up. So essentially it's like a real, like kind of like a cryptic tweet. He tweeted this on Halloween about the Bitcoin white paper. So look, I'm gonna pull the tweet up right here, and I'm just kind of like reading this, and I'm like, what is this guy's deal? So can you read that?
Yeah.
If Satoshi Nakamoto win as Satoshi Nakamoto for Halloween, would we be able to tell? Happy 15th anniversary to Satoshi's famous white paper that started crypto. any crypto companies that are tricking investors to start treating them to compliance with the security laws.
You know
What?
That's okay. Two things. That's fucking cringe, bro.
Cringe.
That's the biggest reach I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure I could come up with a better tweet on the shitter. But he is kind of old, so let's let him have his moment. We're never going to get any kind of crypto progress legislatively while Gary Gensler's at the helm. It's just very irritating.